Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on October 18, 2023. Exonerated man shot and killed in traffic stop in Georgia. BBC, Georgia police officer shoots and kills man who wrongly spent 16 years in prison. Yahoo News UK, man who spent 16 years in prison for crime he didn't commit shot at traffic stop. Metro.co.uk, man wrongly imprisoned for 16 years is shot dead by a Georgia police officer. People are terrified, Gaza's main hospital overflows with the living and the dead. The Guardian, Palestinian medics in Gaza struggle to save lives under Israeli siege. France 24 English, UNRWA Situation Report Number 7 on the situation in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, the 17th of October 2023, EN/AR, occupied Palestinian territory. Relief Web, Opinion, WHO's Dr. Tedros, impossible choices in Gaza's largest hospital. The New York Times, Gaza's limited water supply raises concerns for human health. Gaza City residents flee south amid IDF evacuation orders with number of displaced people reaching 1 million. Sky News, no place is safe in Gaza after Israel targets areas where civilians seek refuge, Palestinians say. The Independent, Gaza residents flee south only to be bombed by Israel. Channel 4 News, some 100,000 people remain in Gaza City, says IDF spokesman. The Times of Israel, see what life looks like in southern Gaza for evacuees. Fears grow, people are dehydrating to death in Gaza as clean water runs out. The Guardian, World Food Programme appeals for sustained access to Gaza to provide food lifeline, EN/AR, occupied Palestinian territory. Relief Web, Gaza water shortage could spread disease, UN agency warns. The Times of Israel, UN says over 43% of Gaza residents now displaced, as Rafah talks stall. Al Monitor, Gaza Authority rejects Israeli army claims of 600,000 Palestinians displaced. Ukraine-Russia war, Putin's forces suffer blow as helicopters destroyed, live. The Independent, Ukraine uses US-supplied ATACMS for the first time, says Zelensky. BBC, Ukraine destroys 9 Russian helicopters in successful airstrike. Evening Standard, US long-range ATACMS missiles fired for first time at Russian helicopters. The Telegraph, Ukraine strikes airfields in Russian-occupied territory. 10 members of one Palestinian family, including 2-month-old baby, killed in strike. Sky News, how I fled my home in Gaza. Guardian News, Gaza hospitals at breaking point as desperate residents seek shelter. Al Monitor, we have no hope for their survival, British Palestinians' agony for family in Gaza. Trump reveals how Melania feels about his civil fraud trial. The Independent, Donald Trump returns to court for $250 million rigged fraud trial brought by radical lunatic. Sky News, Trump back in court for civil fraud trial, even though he doesn't have to attend. CBS News, Trump returns to his civil fraud trial, hears an employee and an appraiser testify against him. Israel-Hamas war, IDF says civilian deaths inevitable, as 6 killed in strike on Gaza school. Sky News, surrender or die, Israel's ultimatum to Hamas ahead of Gaza ground offensive, watch. Hindustan Times, 3 reasons why Israel has delayed Gaza ground invasion. The Telegraph, hostilities in the Gaza Strip and Israel, flash update number 11 occupied Palestinian territory. Alec Baldwin may be recharged with Rust gun death because of additional facts. BBC, Alec Baldwin could be charged again with involuntary manslaughter over fatal shooting on film set. Sky News, prosecutors seeking to recharge actor Alec Baldwin in fatal shooting on movie set. The Independent, prosecutors seek to recharge Alec Baldwin in Rust shooting with additional facts, USA Today. Palestinians clash with Abbas West Bank forces after Gaza hospital strike. Reuters, Israel-Hamas war live, deadly Gaza hospital blast sparks protests across Middle East, Biden cancels Jordan visit. The Guardian, protests erupt across Middle East in Lebanon, Turkey and Tunisia after Gaza hospital strike. The Telegraph, photos, protesters clash with Palestinian police in West Bank. Al Jazeera English, US President's visit to Jordan cancelled, as it happened. MI5 head warns of epic scale of Chinese espionage. BBC, 20,000 Britons approached by Chinese agents on LinkedIn, says MI5 head. The Guardian, MI5 boss says tens of thousands of UK companies at risk from Chinese AI threat. Sky News, ASIO and FBI accuse China of sustained, sophisticated intellectual property theft. ABC News. Killing of 2 Swedish football fans in Brussels, probably lone wolf attack. The Guardian, Brussels shooting, security doubled for France v Scotland friendly. BBC, News Wrap, Belgian police kill Tunisian man accused in deadly Brussels shooting. PBS NewsHour, we were very clear, Victor Lindelof on stopping Belgium v Sweden game. The Guardian, Sweden captain Victor Lindelof shocked and devastated by killing of 2 fans. MI5 fears Israel-Gaza war could fuel radicalisation. BBC, conflict in Gaza could inspire terrorism in UK, says MI5 chief. The Independent, MI5 chief warns of Iran-backed terror attacks in the UK. The Telegraph, spy chief says MI5 absolutely alert to risk of UK terror attack amid Israel-Hamas war. Sky News, US and UK spy chiefs warn Middle East crisis could raise domestic terror threat. Biden flies into storm as Gaza hospital blast sinks Jordan summit and ignites protests. The Guardian, Israel-Gaza live news, hundreds feared dead in Gaza hospital blast as Biden heads for Israel visit. BBC, the danger of leaving things be, how the world failed miserably in the Middle East. The Guardian, is Israel planning something other than a full-on invasion of Gaza? The Independent, the Guardian view on Biden's urgent mission, the US pivots back to the Middle East. Israel-Gaza live news, at least 500 killed, in hospital bombing. The Independent, newspaper headlines, hospital horror and bring my baby home. BBC, Israel-Hamas war, at least 500 people killed in hospital bombing in Gaza, Palestinian officials claim. Sky News, Israel-Hamas war, at least 500 killed in strike on hospital as IDF denies blame. The Independent, Arab ambassadors speak at the United Nations following Israeli strike on a hospital in Gaza. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.